Hello everyone, myself am Anjali, lecturer in Biotechnology Department, Chambers College, Palakollu. In the fourth semester, we have immunology paper. The topic is antibody structure and classes. Coming to antibody structure and classes, first of all, we have to know immunology or immunoglobulin and antibodies are the same. So here different types of immunoglobulins are present, that are IgG, IgD, IgE, IgA, IgM, J chain, and different classes of immunoglobulins are present. Immunoglobulins nothing but antibodies. So here different classes or classes of immunoglobulins are present, that are IgG having a hinge region. So most of the antibodies are having a hinge region, and these are mentioned here. So it is a different types of immunoglobulins present in this antibody structure and classes. Here we have a immunoglobulin classes. So it's a quick review. So coming to here, IgG, the prototypic immunoglobulin. Globulin means, or IgG means the prototypic immunoglobulin. So next, all these general functions, that means antigen binding and complement activation, stimulation of phagocytosis are occur. This means IgG having a different structures and functions. So here next having a IgM. IgM is a macroglobulin, that is after the first one. So next IgA, the secretory immunoglobulin or secretory immunoglobulin of IgA. So next one is IgD, regulatory immunoglobulin. Next IgE as a functions with parasites and allergens. Next IgG is a globulin, that is IgG is a principal immunoglobulin of the secondary response. It's a principal for immunoglobulin, that means IgG is a globulin, it is a secondary, having a secondary response. So next IgG is the principal immunoglobulin for of the adult. So adult having a principal immunoglobulin response. Next, IgG constitutes 80% of the circulating immunoglobulin in the adult. 80% of the circulating immunoglobulin having a IgG. And coming to concentration of IgG in the serum is high for the 8 to 16 mg in the serum. So coming to the architecture of IgG is a simple, and that is two chains, that are chains, and two 8 chains are next. Next two chains are 6 chains. And coming to IgM, macroglobulins. So here macroglobulins are, so this IgM, a pentamer or IgM is a macroglobulin. It have a 5 mers, that means it is called as pentamer in secreted form. It is attached by disulfide bond and between the C4 and C3 domains of adjacent heavy chains. So next, in addition, there is a single J protein. So it is having a single J protein, and IgM is the first immunoglobulin to be synthesized in a primary response. IgM is only the synthesized protein in a primary response. The concentration of IgM in serum is 1 to 1.5 mg. So serum concentration is a 1.5 mg. IgM is a first immunoglobulin to accumulate in the serum of neonates. So first immunoglobulin to accumulate in serum neonates. So next, IgM has a high valency and contributes to agglutination. High valency of contributes to accumulation also, agglutination also, and also multimeric nature contributes to effective complement of activation also. So this multimeric nature is comes from a pentamer. So pentamer is having a 5 mers, that means multimeric nature contributes to effective complement activation, and MLGM is a monomer. Next, some visual enforcement, that means here we having a antibody concentration in serum units per ml is antibody serum concentration is measured here in time after immunization. So coming to here, 1 to 100% of time can be mls can be measured here, and also time simultaneously time also measured. And coming to lag phase, it is a small in size or low concentration is there. And coming to log phase, it is a minimum response. And coming to the death phase, it have a large number of concentration present in that, and that is IgM, IgG and IgC. In this concentration, we have to see IgG and IgM's concentration in the serum. So here primary response is low, and coming to high secondary response, we have compared to IgC with IgM is a IgC is a higher in nature. And after that, we have a graphical representation of the months and age in the student age concentrations. So colostrum is a milk secreted of a few days after patriotism, pasteurization and characterized by high protein and antibody content. So next, IgA is a secreted antibody. So these are most often a dimer. Is a dimer. So sometimes a tetramer. So it can be modified sometimes as tetramer also. And multimers united by J proteins. So in this J protein, multimer also united with this, and secretion requires addition of secretory components that are produced in mucosal epithelial cells also. These mucosal epithelial cells are respiratory and genital, breast tissues and salivary, and also lacrimal glands. So coming to here, plasma cells secrete the antibodies. So and also deliver IgA to epithelial cells having a poly Ig receptor on their surfaces also. And coming to poly Ig receptor is cleaved, and the component that stays associated with IgA is a secretory component. So coming to the molecular weight is 70,000 Daltons, composed of 5 immunoglobulin like domains. So here it can binds to constant regions of the heavy chains also. So movement of the receptor from one surface to another surface is transcytosis. This movement of the receptors are also called as transcytosis. So here we can easily see the transcytosis. So formation of secretory IgA. So here how can secretory A or IgA formation we can easily see this. So first of all, we can see a plasma cell. That plasma cell having a components or cellular components that is binds with the dimeric IgA, and these are entered into the poly Ig receptors. These poly Ig receptors are coming into the vesicle, and these vesicles are enzymatic cleavage. So after enzymatic cleavage, it can be secretory IgA. It is a these tissue like structure is epithelial cell and also having a lumen also. So after the lumen entering of the ICA, it is a secretary ICA. Coming to ICD and ICE differentiation, ICD is very rare and IC it have 0.03 mg per ml serum. So what does this imply? So it can having a ICD is very rare, but 0.03 mg per ml serum having, and IC is extremely rare. So it having a 0.0003 mg per ml in a serum. But IgE functions against parasites. In the absence of parasitosis, IgE responds to allergens. So coming to IgE, IgE is extremely rare and these allergens, IgE responds to allergens also. So here we have a IgE responses. So here we have a allergens. That allergens are binds with IgE and Fc receptors, and after that these allergens having a the cell master cell having a granules. So these can absorb easily that master cell are entered into the degranulation and release of granule contaminants. So the granules are after the allergens enters into a master cell, the granules are de-allerged, like the granule cell comes out, and after that the histamine and other substances that mediated allergic reactions are possible in this master cell. Coming to here, there is a subtypes having in a immunoglobulins. That subtypes are IgG1, IgG2 and IgG3 and IgG4. In this IgG types, we have a disulfide bonds. That disulfide bonds are there in the in this binding site. So we can easily observe that. So in this disulfide bonds, IgG1 having a 2 bonds and IgG2 having a bottom of 2 bonds and surface having a 2 bonds, and IC3 having a lots of bonds and IC4 having a 2 bonds. So these are the subtypes of immunoglobulins. And coming to domains, so hinge versus domains are IgG is a it's having a hinge region also, and having a these domains or these classes are also named as or called as domains. So here also we have IgG, IgD, IgE, IgA and IgM. So IgM are pentamer and IgA is a dimer. So most of the IgG, IgD, IgE, IgA are the pentamers in structure also. Coming to hinge versus domains, hinges contributes to flexibility. So here hinge region having a flexibility in nature. They contain cysteine and proline. So these are having a cysteine and proline proteins. That cysteine provides a interchain linkage. So here the proline cannot be incorporated into secondary structure. So proline does not cannot be incorporated into the secondary structure. So coming to here, immunoglobulin without a hinge region having an extra domain. So without an hinge region having an extra domain. So isotype, allotype and idiotypes. So coming to these three types, having isotype is one of the 5 major kinds of heavy chains immunoglobulins. So here indeed different types can be share common variable regions. And that allotype is the allergic variation that at loci and specific that light and heavy chains of immunoglobulins are present. So next idiotype. Idiotype is a set of antigenic determinants and characterizing each unique antibody, and idiotypes are single antigenic determination, and also idiotypes are generated by the unique amino acid sequences specific for each antigen. Isotypes, allotypes and idiotypes. So coming to here we have a structural formation. Isotype determination having three types, that are mouse IgGI and mouse IgGM. So different isotypic determinations are and structures are there in here. And coming to allotypic determination. So in this allotypic determination we have a mouse as it is mouse antigen are there, antibodies are there, that is strain A. And coming to mouse IgG1 strain B, these are different structures or same as with the isotypic structures. And coming to idiotypic determination, these are also same compared with isotypic determination. So it is a having also mouse IgG1 and IgGI also. So here IgG1 is a against antigen A and IgG1 is a against antigen B. So these are all about isotypes, allotype and idiotype. These are the different structures involved in isotypes and allotypes and idiotypes of structures. And coming to the important topics are, one B cell makes one type of antibody. So that B cells are can make one type of antibodies in our body, and more exactly one B cell makes one idiotype. So coming to this equation is the basics monoclonal antibodies. So this B cell makes one antibody in our body. That formula is useful or basis in the basis of monoclonal antibodies only. So here IgGs first appear on the surface of B cells. They are selected. Whenever the IgGs first appears on the surface, the B cells are selected in the immunoglobulins, and the B cells mature to plasma cells and secrete antibodies with the same specificity. So here B cells mature to plasma cells. So it can mature for plasma cells and secretes antibodies with the same specificity. That means some idiotypic identity, some antigen specificity also. So coming to here, bone marrow and peripheral lymphoid tissues are there. So here we have a clonal enforcement. So in this clonal enforcement we can take stem cells here. That stem cells can be in the procedure of gene rearrangement. In this gene rearrangement we have take stem cells. In the stem cells can be more in the process. That process are maturation into mature antigenetically committed B cells. So antigenetically committed B cells can be produced from the stem cells. So these stem cells can have a capability to produce B cells in the bone marrow stem cells, from the bone marrow stem cells. So here we have a different number of B cells in the finally, and after that maturation of B cells, it can leads to, or it can combined with antigen 2. That procedure, or that is a process of peripheral lymphoid tissues and antigen dependent proliferation. So antigen dependent proliferation is that antigen or particular antigen can combined with antibody or stem cells or matured B cells. It can have a capability to produce more number of cells in a proliferation. That cells are memory cells, antibody, plasma cells, and different number of cells are present in that proliferation. So So here we can easily observe that memory cells and antibodies and plasma cells. After that maturation of antigen B or matured B cells, it can be leads to secured out and comes from the body. So here visual enforcement of antigen or plasma cells. So here it have a immunoglobulin structure. So in this immunoglobulin structure we can easily observe that IgB and Ig alpha sites that are present in that. So here we have a tails, and also Ig alpha and Ig beta sites are present, that is a cytoplasmic tail, and in this these are from the plasma membrane and having a larger immunoglobulin is MIG. So in this the carboxy terminus of the MIG penetrate into the cytoplasm by only few amino acids, but MIG is always associated with pairs of the dimer Ig dollar. So this associated dimer having a long carboxy details 61 amino acids. So immunoglobulin phenomenon as affected by kinases tends to use tyrosine as the receptor of phosphates, while other cellular phenomena tends to use serine or threonine. So it's time to review that properties and biological activities of classes and subclasses of human serum immunoglobulins. So here we have a different properties or activities of immunoglobulin, that are molecular weight of immunoglobulin, and different classes of immunoglobulins are present. That immunoglobulin having a heavy chain components and normal serum levels, and also in vivo serum half-life, and activates classical complement pathway and crosses placenta present on membrane of mature basal and binds to Fc receptor of phagocytosis and mucosal transport and induces mast cell degeneration. So here different components or properties activities are present in here, and that percentage will be given in this table, and these are mainly we have to review in a different way. So these subclasses of human serum immunoglobulins are present in this immunoglobulin in immunology. So some of the cells are present in uh, isotype, and also allotype and idiotypes are present, that are implies that epitopes are proteins. So proteins are specified by genes. Thanks for watching.